Charles and Camilla's relationship was never the kind of perfect royal fairy tale people expected. It was messy, painful, controversial, and for many years, very hard to defend. But over time, it became one of the longest and most enduring love stories in modern royal history. He never truly fell out of love with her. So in that way, it can be seen as a deeply romantic story. Let's go back to the beginning. Before the titles, before Diana, before the public had formed its opinions. Charles met Camilla in 1970 through their mutual friend, Lucia Santa Cruz, and that meeting set off a story shaped by love and betrayal. According to royal biographer Penny Junor, Charles was immediately drawn to how natural Camilla was. She smiled with her eyes, laughed at the same simple things, and wasn't intimidated by him. That detail explains a lot. Camilla wasn't trying to impress a prince. She was warm. Music, easygoing, loved the outdoors, enjoyed horses, and felt completely comfortable in Charles's world. For a young man raised under constant royal pressure, that kind of ease must have felt like relief. When they first met in Music, 1971-72, they had a brief romantic relationship, but timing quickly worked against them. Charles left to serve in the Royal Navy, and Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973. I think he was incredibly sad. Very, very sad about it. But he also knew there was likely nothing he could do. Charles was, Music, devastated, but Camilla never fully disappeared from his life. They stayed friends, and in royal terms, Music, that may have been where the real problem began, because Camilla was always part of the story. Charles married Diana in 1981 in Music, what looked like the perfect royal wedding, watched by hundreds of millions. But even at that wedding, Camilla, Music, was there as a guest. And years later, Diana made the situation impossible to ignore. Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded. And this is where the story stops feeling romantic. For Charles and Camilla, Music, may have felt like a bond that would never go away. For Diana, it was heartbreak. There was one moment on the Royal Britannia where she opened Charles's Music diary and 2 pictures of Camilla fell out. In recordings for Andrew Morton, Diana remembered confronting Camilla, saying, "I want Music, my husband." It's hard to describe that as romantic. It was painful and very public. By the early 1990s, the private situation, Music, turned into a national scandal. Charles and Diana separated. Recordings of Charles and Camilla's private Music conversations were released, and in 199,